up, guys? Blue King over here today, and I'm back with another what if. Today's what if is what if Goku was born with Gohan's potential. So yeah, let's get into it. Now before we start, guys, subscribe to the channel because you're gonna help me out a lot. Road to 500 subscribers and road to surpassing Vegito plays. So let's get it. Now, this would start after Goku was born with a power level of around 10. He sent a planet he sent a planet called Earth. Planet Vegeta is destroyed like normal. Goku is sent to planet Earth. He's raised by Grandpa Gohan, and he's a good kid. But Grandpa Gohan always saw in him he had strong and he had some very powerful potential. Goku would hit his head like cannon, but the potential wouldn't change. He would still remember some things, like his mother and father, or even his brother's name, Raditz. Goku is set to go. He says goodbye to his master when he was 10 years old. He has to go and explore the world. At that age, Goku had a power level of 20. He heads out and starts exploring the world. He finds Master Roshi and decides to stay there for a while and train. He saw Master Roshi as another grandpa, as a mentor, as a father figure. So there was two grandpas for Goku, Grandpa Gohan and Grandpa Roshi, because both of them adopted him, and Grandpa Gohan went to live with them. Goku one night he was training alone outside, his power level being around 50. When he looked up at the moon, his body started growing, and Goku transformed into a Zaru. His power level being from 40 to 400. Grandpa Gohan and Gohan and Roshi come out to find Goku ginormous from the noise that they heard. Roshi goes buff for him, putting his power level at 300. And Gohan, I guess he would do the same thing as Roshi. I guess he had the same buff for him. Putting Gohan's power level at 200. So together, with their great martial arts techniques, with their Kamehamehas, and because they're 100 stronger than Goku together, they ended up defeating Lazari Goku, and would lead into Goku waking up the next morning confused, with a headache. Goku then asks what happened, but Grandpa Gohan and Master Roshi did not respond. They say that Goku just maybe hit his head at the wall or something. So Goku continues training until one day a girl arrives. She sees Goku training outside, and Goku's power level right now was around 100. So basically, let's just say 100. Goku decides to join Bulma, and 2 Dragon Balls were added to Bulma. So she already had one, and 2 more, that's 3. They needed 4 more Dragon Balls. The experiences go the same, except Goku is way stronger and can easily defeat the enemies than normal cannon. Everybody heads out and go to Master Roshi's place to celebrate. They celebrate, and at the end, they gather the Dragon Balls, and Goku gets the wish. Bulma already found Yamcha, and Goku looks at Shenron. He says, "I wish for..." Everybody looks at Goku when he says, "I wish for every villain on Earth to be dead." So this means that King Piccolo would be dead. the Red Ribbon Army would be dead. Every single one of them. All the criminals, everybody that's evil would be dead. But would that mean that Goku would be dead? Well, the answer is no. Goku's a kind person. But there is some memory of his childhood. People, saints, killers. But he doesn't die. So yeah. Goku continues training for 2 years until he's 14. Then he goes up to Korin. And he trains there for a bit. And he grabs the water, drinks it, and he gets a power boost. His power level goes from 200 now to around 250. He goes down and enters the Kaiju Kai. He enters the 20th, I think, and he ends up winning. Master Roshi hadn't joined in this one, but Krillin had, and Goku and Krillin were best friends. They celebrate. Krillin doesn't die because Tambourine's not around because King Piccolo is dead. And if the monsters were still alive, they would be dead because they're evil. So yeah. Krillin gets the bow staff, goes back to Goku. They eat up. Next morning, Goku gets ready to head out to Kami. He flies to Kami with a flying Nimbus, and he just sticks around there. He trains there for like 2 years. Now he's 16. He goes to the next tournament. He wins, but this time his power level was 400. And him again, it was in the finals, semifinals, Krillin versus Grandpa Gohan. And Goku versus Jackie Chan. So, Goku would be Jackie Chan, while Krillin, or we could do this. Goku fights Krillin and Jackie Chan fights, I guess Grandpa Gohan's name would be, whatever. So just a karate master, just a karate master person. He could have a name like Bob the Builder, I guess. So yeah, Master Roshi beats Grandpa Gohan in a fair fight. And then Goku beats Krillin in a fair fight again. Then it's Goku versus Master Roshi. Goku has the upper hand, but Master Roshi has the techniques and the drunk style. At the end, it would be kind of equal, but Goku would win. 3 years passed of Goku's strict training with Kami. And right now his power level is around 900. He goes back down and he goes again to the 23rd Kaiju Kai. He enters and everything goes the same. Goku winning until the end. Goku versus Piccolo. Piccolo's power level would be 400, while Goku's power level is 900. Goku puts his power level to 400 and they start to fight. Goku has the upper hand because of techniques and strength, but they have the same strength. Goku does increase it sometimes to get strong blows. At the end, he wins fair and square, and Piccolo's not sealed, but he just runs away. So Goku won his first ever tournament. Well, nah, this is his third tournament that he has won. A couple of years pass. Goku marries Chi-Chi. They have a kid named Gohan. Basically everything goes like canon. Goku trains with, 1 year he trains by himself, then the other year he sometimes trains with Kami for a bit, like 2 months. He comes back, stays for a year, trains by himself. So for 5 years he went to Kami. Each year he would go to Kami for 2 months. So that's basically 5 times 2 is 10. So he went to equal for 5 years, 10 months. So his power level, I guess, to be fair, I would put him at 1,500. Because Gohan has grindy potential and a lot of stuff. And Gohan's potential would not grow. He would have the same potential as Cannon. So yeah, Goku, Raditz shows up and he grabs Gohan. When Gohan was 4, he would train with Goku. So Gohan's power level is like 30. Yeah, 30. So he tries to punch Raditz. It hits him. Raditz doesn't feel anything. But he sees the potential in this kid. But because Goku's power level is 1,500, Raditz is kind of scared. He grabs Gohan and runs away after facing off with his brother. Goku is at a power level of 500 because he was backing down because he's not always in 1,500. He runs to go and fight Raditz. Krillin joins him and Master Roshi because they haven't died. Chi-Chi would have joined him because she would train with Goku, so her power level would be like 500, I guess. I don't know. So she joins Goku and they all head out. Even Piccolo comes around with a power level of 700 or 600. So he comes around. They all go. Goku says, "I'll handle this." And he runs out to Raditz, punches him in the face, sending him flying. He tells the others to grab Gohan, but they can't lift the space pod. Only Piccolo can, and they don't know what Piccolo can do. So Goku looks at Raditz and traps him in like a key ball thing. So Goku goes, grabs it, tries to break the top. He breaks it, but he opens it because he remembers how to do it. He opens it, and Gohan comes out. Raditz breaks out of the key ball thing. He runs to Goku and punches him in the face, making him flying. The others would have ran, and Raditz throws a blast at them. And that blast, unfortunately, Raditz threw a double Sunday at them. Goku, when he's flying, he puts his legs on the ground and flies in front of the blast. He fires a Kamehameha barely, but he fires a Kamehameha. It's a key wave, I guess, thing. And Piccolo fires a blast at Raditz, which would be a special beam cannon, piercing through Raditz's chest. And Goku thought it was over, but Raditz's hands were still up in the air. It was kind of weak, but it hit Goku's chest, which would kill Goku as well. Piccolo smirks. He looks at the others, and okay, Krillin has a power level of 300, Master Roshi power level of 400, and Grandpa Gohan 200, Gohan 30, Chi-Chi 500. They can easily defeat Piccolo. So he looks and he's about to attack them when Kami appears, and Goku says, "Don't do it, Kami." Kami doesn't do it, and they deal with Piccolo. Piccolo flies away again, disappointed and defeated. Goku is going on Snake Way right now. This time, it takes Goku around 4 months because he has a high power and speed. So it takes him around 2 months, 3 months, 4. And he gets there, he trains with King Kai, and he knows Kaioken Type 10 now because he stayed a longer time than Canon. The others are training on Kami's lookout. Even Piccolo joins because Raditz said about the other scenes. They get higher powers. Now, I'm not going to say Goku's power level yet. Let's start off with the humans. Now, Yatsu would be at a power level of, I'm going to say, 1K. Okay? It's a whole Dragon Ball team. So Yatsu at 1K. So here are the I guess scales. We got the humans. Yasu would be at a power level 1K, Yamcha 2K, Krillin at 4K, Chicha at 4.5K, Tien at 4.5K, Piccolo at 6.5K, Gohan at 3K, and Goku at 16K. Without Kaioken. Now, the Saiyans would still have the same power levels. Nappa 4K, and Vegeta 16, 18K. So yeah, Goku would be revived earlier, like 12 months in, right before the year ends. He's revived. It takes him like a bit. He goes, and the Saiyans just arrived. Goku arrived just in time. He sees the Saiyans. He gets prepared. Everybody is prepared. The Saiyans arrive and say, "You weaklings, you're waiting on me." Well, what Vegeta can see, he only sees that the humans have like power levels of 500, not thousands. Piccolo had a power level like 2K, I guess. That's what Vegeta Scatter says. Gohan like a 500, 400, and Goku, Vegeta saw only like 4K. So Vegeta thought it was nothing really, but they had their power level suppressed. Everybody, well, first is Yachu. He goes against the Cybermen, and he kills one Cyberman. Then goes Yamcha. Instead of the Cyberman exploding on him, he cracks the Cyberman's neck and then punches him, making the Cyberman flying. And then Yamcha fires a blast, killing the Cyberman. Then Krillin goes up and easily destroys the Cyberman. And then Chi-Chi goes and kills the Cyberman. So next is Nappa. Now, I would say that Krillin goes against Nappa and they're fighting. Then Krillin gets tired and Nappa gets tired. So Goku says, "Let them be." Goku knocks out Nappa with a karate chop on the neck. Then he turns around to Vegeta. Vegeta reads Goku's power level 16,000. Vegeta smirks. Who's going to go first? Yaochu instantly jumps and goes on Vegeta's face. And he's about to self-explode when Vegeta just headbutts him to the ground, knocking him out. He kicks him over to Tien. "Take your little monkey." Vegeta smirks. Goku is furious at what Vegeta just did, because basically they're monkeys. So that was really mean to say to their own race and to his friend. So Goku looks at Vegeta with furious eyes. Vegeta knows this is trouble. His power level grew to 20,000. Goku punches Vegeta in the face, sending him flying. Then he comes down on his back. They start to clash with Vegeta with the upper hand. Goku goes Kaioken times 2, now easily destroying Vegeta, with Goku's power level being around, I would say, well, 16 plus 16 is 32, so 32,000. The Galick Gun versus Kamehameha would be easy. Goku wins. So Vegeta can't do anything. He goes Great Ape, and Goku goes Kaioken times 10, putting his power level at 160,000. And Vegeta's power level is 180,000. So Goku decides to do the impossible. He screams, "Kaioken times 5." He screams, "Kaioken times 12." His power level grows enough towards 182,000. This is a giant strain on Goku's body, but he decides to try it anyway. He punches Vegeta, beating him up, and Goku had the mini scale on his level. He beats Vegeta and cuts his tail. Then he tells Krillin to cut Nappa's tail. Goku takes them to heal, and they heal up. Now Frieza would come to Earth in 2 years, because 1 year she doesn't know where they went, and the other year he would be coming to Earth. So they had 2 years to train. So yeah, they trained for 2 years. So here are the power levels. Yatsu at 4K, Yamcha at 5K, Krillin at 7K, Chi-Chi at 9K, Tien at 10K, Piccolo at 24K, and now we get to the Saiyans. Vegeta at 30K, Nappa at 22K, Gohan at 20K, and Goku at 60K. Frieza arrives and basically they start fighting. Frieza doesn't come out until everybody from his army is dead. Now Goku was the main target, so everybody went for Goku. So Goku had like a hole at his leg, a hole at close to his chest, a hole at his arm, a hole at his other arm, leg. So he was very damaged. They take him to Korin. Korin gives him a senzu bean. They had like 40 senzu beans in 2 years. 40 senzu beans. So yeah. Goku, he gets the senzu bean, and his power goes from 60K to, drumroll please, 1 million. We saw how big the boost was after Ginyu, and he had a lot of holes in his chest. So it's not going to be around 2, it's not going to be like 3 million again, it's going to be 1 million, because this time he has power level 60K. He goes, and right as Frieza sees him, Frieza decides to torture the Saiyan, because she's fighting now. She throws a death beam at Goku's arm, so Goku can't use it. Well, Goku with his other arm is angry and fires a blue blast at Frieza. Frieza is taken back. This power is incredible. Vegeta was just beaten up, so he is sent to Korin. And Goku is getting beat up again by Frieza, by Frieza's third form. Yeah, Goku has so many holes in his body. Frieza had thrown death beams everywhere. Only he hadn't thrown them at his head yet. Frieza also hadn't thrown it at his heart yet. He wanted to torture the Saiyan before dying. Vegeta's back with a power level of 1 million, and he fights Frieza. Goku is rushed. When I mean rushed, Frieza shoots him in the neck, and then Vegeta comes in, punching Frieza in the face, sending him flying, which had the time for Goku to be taken to Korin. Now this Zenkai is gonna be insane, cause Goku got hurt so much that his power level could even be 30 million in base. But we're not going to do that. His power level in base is around 16 million. I know it's a lot, but it is what it is. So yeah, he gets ready and he flies towards Frieza. Right as he gets there, he grabs Frieza by the head and starts pounding him to the ground, to the walls, like they were on Iceland. Kind of like Broly did to Goku's head. He was sliding him at the walls, just torturing him. And Goku Kaioken times 10. But Frieza kicks Goku away, goes 100%, looks at Gohan, takes him up in the air, and blows him up. That was Frieza's biggest mistake. Frieza looks at Goku, and Goku's hair is standing up. His eyes, no particles. his chest was so big it couldn't explode at any time. Goku's power level, he had just gotten 100 times boost, but his power level at 1 billion. He instantly grabs Frieza's skull, crushes it, and then starts pounding on Frieza's dead body like it was nothing. He instantly fires a blast at Frieza's body like 50 times. Then he starts raging even more. Frieza is dead, like he was dead when Goku crushed his skull. But now this means that Frieza can't even be like, he can't, when he's revived, he's instantly going to die, basically, because his bones are crushed. But yeah, Goku grabs him and sends him up in the air. And he's in space. Goku's furious, but he's knocked out by like a hand from everybody. Everybody had their hands in one and karate chop Goku's neck, which would knock him out. He wakes up in the hospital, super injured from the explosion, basically, super strained, and he doesn't know what happened. When he finds Gohan was already revived because Goku was like in the hospital, I guess kind of like in a coma for 2 months. So they revived Gohan instantly after Frieza's dead and Goku was knocked out. And yeah, if you guys want part 2, subscribe to the channel and leave a like and comment. But love you guys. Bye bye. We can all be out. Peace. Subscribe. Now, guys, I want to tell you something really quickly. Guys, I just want to say that I want to tell you guys thank you so much. We have grinded everything we possibly could. We are this big on YouTube. I'll do part 2 to with Goku's Legendary Super Saiyan, and on this series with Goku was born with Gohan's potential. But I just want to say, guys, thank you for everything. We can all be out. Peace.